open to our good. We are open to our good. We are open to our good. We are open to our good. As we give, so we receive. As much as we believe, we are open, open to our good. Love is everywhere around us, moving in and through us. Every moment, every day, so much love along the way. We are open to our good. 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 As we give, so we receive. As much as we believe, we are open, open to our good. Joy is everywhere around us, moving in and through us. Every moment, every day, so much joy along the way. We are open to our good. 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 As we give, so we receive. As much as we believe, we are open, open to our good. 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 Open to our good.
You walk in the door. And I was looking for a response there. Good morning, Unity of Payson.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Happy to see all of you who are here in person, and several people, well, not several, two who are really brand new and one who's sort of new, but not really. So, oh, no, there's more new, Angelus, right? We'll get to that. We'll get to welcoming you. But I'm glad that you're all here. And would you just take a moment to be quiet with me as we open in prayer? God of all goodness, there is a substance behind all that is. And it's good. It's consistently, always, fully good. And it's our heritage. And we are grateful. So we remain open to that good. We surrender to that good. We remove blocks to that good. And then we receive that good that's there. As long as we stay in that flow of life. So I am grateful for each one who has joined us this morning. This time that we get to share together. And so it is, amen. So we have an opening song, Something Wonderful. If you're here in person, I invite you to stand. And for those of you, sing along if you're with us virtually. And we may shake a little and beat the drum a little bit. And we're ready, Terry.
Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful, Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And all this love inside, we can let it shine. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening today. Right here, right now. Ay, 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 something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me. It's gonna happen to me. It's happening to me. Something wonderful, something happening to me. Right, can you feel it? Right now, right here, right now. Something wonderful.
Welcome to Unity of Payson. I can actually see over the screen here now. I have heels on today, so we'll see how that goes. Well, we welcome everybody. We're glad that you're with us, and we're glad everybody online that is with us, and hopefully we have a few people out with COVID right now. We're missing 5 people this morning. And so blessings and prayers go out to anybody that is not feeling well this morning. And we welcome again all the new people. Neil, did you want to welcome them all by name now?
So I'm going to welcome people here first and see if I remember. Michelle, we haven't seen you for a long time. You're not new, but you're here, and it's great to see you. With your friend Angelus, this is a test for me.
Memory test.
Cal and Pat. Tell me your last name. Smedley.
Okay.
Cal and Pat Smedley. I met Cal out in the parking lot about 45 minutes ago, and here he is back here with Pat. Yeah. And Sue with us for the second time. Thank you. And let's see. Can you give me a gallery view? What's the story?
There's nobody new on the gallery, but Barb is with us from
Interfaith Community.
Interfaith Community, and Julianne.
Great. Thank you very much. We're our sister church. What? No, Claudia's an old timer. She She stood up here sometimes
Yeah.
and shared with us. But anyway, we're so grateful. Go ahead, Betty.
Okay. I'm gonna break my neck here with the rug. All righty. Well, in case for all the new people, if you want to be informed on the activities that are going on, you can always fill out some information there over at the desk and get the Monday e-newsletter. And you saw the slides as they rolled in the beginning. That was some of the activities that go on. And a lot of fun stuff going on. So we invite you all to get on board with Terry's e-newsletter. And so let's say our welcome together. Go back one. Okay, and together. We love you, we appreciate you, we welcome you, and we bless the Christ you are. And how wonderful if we could all just stay in touch with being the Christ. So next we have our gratitudes. And if you're online, if you'd like to post that in the chat, Donna is watching those posts this morning. And anybody here in person, Reverend Neal has the microphone for gratitude.
I'm looking for gratitudes right here. Lynn, first up.
I am grateful. I am grateful every day I say gratitude. So I thought I would say one here that I am grateful for the love that is here that brings us all together.
Thanks, Lynn. Anybody else?
Another hand. Who else had a hand over there? Oh, Charlotte. Here you go, Charlotte.
Okay. I'm grateful to be here and just wonderful people. Feel at home here and I love it.
I'm going to say a gratitude for 9 of us who were there at Saturday Soul Boost yesterday.
Wow.
Saturday Soul Boost is the time when we get ready for the message on Sunday. Well, I get some help from all of us. Wonderful discussion. It was delightful. If you haven't had a chance to, it's on Zoom and feel free. But I'm for all of those who joined yesterday. Anybody else? Oh, Cal.
I'm grateful to wake up every morning, and I certainly pray, I thank God every morning for a beautiful day.
Wasn't it Meister Eckhart who said the best prayer there is thank you, God?
Yep. And
Anybody else?
I'm grateful that I got to go down and go see my grandson again. And my goodness, he is growing so fast. They're already talking about, you know, some gifted schools for him. And I'm like, wow, is that, well, yeah, it's like pre-kindergarten school. So, oh, I think he would be very bored in a class where they're just learning their numbers when he's counting by tens and adding into it. And he's only like 3. Anyway, well, we're glad that you're all here, and we're also grateful for the technology that allows us to have our online group and everybody here in person, and to be able to record this, that it goes out later on YouTube and Facebook so that everybody can join in. Unity is grounded in affirmative prayer and in meditation. And we have trained prayer chaplains to sit with you in prayer if that's a need. Looks like I'm it this morning for a chaplain. If you have something that's sort of heavy on your heart, you can tap me on the shoulder after service, and we'll find a little quiet corner and sit in prayer. During the week, if you have a prayer need, you can always go to neil.unityofpayson@gmail.com and leave your prayer request. If you want one of us to contact you personally, be sure to put your contact information on there, either email, phone number, something like that. And here in person, we have a prayer box on the greeter table that you can write out a prayer request and put it in there. So don't hesitate to avail yourself. And our theme for the month is is receiving your good, being open to that process. And so let's say our affirmation together. We are ready to receive. We stay in the flow of divine goodness. We affirm that good is ours to claim. Yes, it is. And our speaker today is our own Rev Neal Worthington, and his talk title is Catching the Current. Kind of hard if you try to paddle upstream as opposed to the current. And as we prepare for meditation, if everybody could kind of just get themselves comfortable. And our meditation song today is I Am So Blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And now we continue in the quiet. Let go of everything outside of this very time and the place where you are, this very moment. Thoughts, emotions, put them on the side for a moment and be here now. Breathe with me as we breathe in, we take in that divine blessing that is always waiting to fall on us. So we breathe in being blessed, and we breathe out with the thought of thank you. Once again, breathing in that blessing of the divine and responding with thank you. And once more, I am blessed. I am grateful. So as we sit in the stillness of this moment, we reflect on the great goodness of the divine from the beginning through all of history, all of creation, all of the magnificent universe. There is not a speck of it that is not intended for good. There is nothing that happens in your life that is not intended for your good. If you're at the dock of your spiritual journey, be grateful. And notice that things are being prepared and we're getting ready to disembark. We're getting ready to begin that journey. Take a moment in the silence to think on this. And if you've already begun that spiritual journey, along the way you may have taken a break, a pause. You may have put down the anchor. Enjoy that time of rest, that time of seeing something that we've never seen in a different perspective than we've ever seen it before. And get ready to raise the anchor and continue the journey. Anticipate it. Feel the excitement of being all that you are meant to be. Think on this in the quiet. And now you're on the continuation of that journey. You've consulted all of the charts. You've looked at the GPS. And you know that the current is waiting there to speed you on. That current that is a flow of universal life, waiting for you to catch on, catch in, or be caught by the flow of life that seeks to flow with you, in you, and through you. Think on this for a moment. Catching the current. And now bring your awareness back to this time and this place. If your eyes are closed, you may want to open them. Perhaps if you've gone deep, wiggle your fingers and toes, make sure you're back here as we continue. Cal and I were talking about music and musicians and a little earlier in the parking lot. In 1906, there was a musician pretty prestigious training he had. And he was a band master for the Naval Academy Band. Charles A. Zimmerman was his name. By the way, there's a quiz in here someplace, so get ready for it. In 1906, he got together with another fellow who was actually a midshipman at the Naval Academy, Alfred Miles, and composed a piece that he called, in terms of its form, a march in two steps. And this piece was first played at a football game. If you know what the music is, just go ahead and speak it out. That football game was the Army-Navy football game, famous football game. The lyrics provided by Alfred Miles had some interesting lines in them. Here's a couple of them. Farewell to foreign shores. We sail at break of day. Anybody got it yet? Talks about other things that sailors do. Through our last night ashore, drink to the foam until we meet once more. That said, it had pretty high-sounding, almost spiritual lines in it too. You got it, Betty. Remember, anchors away, shipmates, anchors away. Well, I won't go any further, but you all know it. Well, that applies to what we're going to talk about today, which is why I began with that story. It became the official fight song of the Naval Academy and more or less official for the whole of the Navy. And today, it's a sailing metaphor that we're going to work with, the metaphor of a sailing ship. But we're comparing that to the spiritual journey that we all engage in, sometimes whether we know it or not. There are different parts. Of course, there's the, to go with the anchors away, the raising of the anchor, getting ready to sail. And then, of course, there's, even before that, the casting off from the dock. The lines have been tied to the dock, the ship has been secure, all is prepared, departure is imminent, but one must cast off from the dock. So it is with spirit as well. And then we'll talk about finding the current. Because if you find the current, you're going to sail there more quickly and more surely to your destination. I put this message in a nutshell. I want to share that with you. Directed right to you. Where are you in the voyage of life? Are you riding with the powerful, unstoppable, beneficent flow of the universe? Or are you stuck, stymied, stagnant, or somewhere in between? We can catch the current of universal good if we are willing to untie from what binds us, depart on and continue our spiritual journey, bon voyage, ever seeking the current of grace that beckons us to stay in the flow that's always available. That's it in a nutshell. But let's break it down a little bit. And let's start with casting off. Here you are with the ship, lines tied to the dock. It's secure, it's at a harbor, so it's kind of a safe place, a little bit peaceful, and all sorts of nice things can happen when you're at dock. You can get off and do a little sightseeing. Oops, got it wrong. A little sightseeing, and if you're a sailor, you might, have some good times on shore. When you're at the dock, you might do some repairs for the voyage ahead. Or you might unload or load supplies for the journey. By the way, a lot of these things come from that Saturday Soul Boost I talk about, right? Charlotte was there. Who else? Anybody else here in person was there? A whole bunch of other of us that aren't here today were there. So all this can happen, and that's a good thing while you're moored at the dock. But the dock is not a forever place. If you're at the dock and you stay at the dock, you're not going anywhere. You may want to be safe, and it's nice and safe at the dock. You may be loath to say goodbye because you're leaving family or friends for a while, or you're going out to the rigors of sea, or you may have a bit of fear about going, a bit of anxiety. Now, I know probably none of you experience anxiety, but I do. Scripture has something to say about it in the Christian scriptures, and I paraphrase a little bit. Cast all your anxiety on the Christ within you that deeply cares for you. Let me say that again. Cast all your anxiety on the Christ within you that deeply cares for you. So if you're stuck at the dock, far from the current, loose those lines, disembark, and get underway. The same is true for that sailing vessel and for your spiritual journey. Don't be stuck at the dock. Get on with the journey, fears though it may have, goodbyes that it may require. So now we move on. You've gotten away from the dock and you've traveled a ways and it's gone pretty nicely. You had a little bit of a battering from a storm and you found a nice secluded bay and you drop anchor. The anchor, of course, keeps you safe, keeps you in one place. That anchor digs into the seabed. And the harbor is safe, the place where you are for the moment. Time to rest if you're worn out from labors that the storm required. And there may be even interesting sights for you to see. Maybe a few repairs to make. But you're not getting very far. You're not near the destination because you're anchored. Same is true spiritually. Your spiritual journey, the purpose for which you live, the purpose for which you are, requires that you stay on the journey and at some points after a rest to weigh anchor. Anchors away. In that place where you're anchored, be careful not to overstay. The goal of the journey will never be reached if you continually postpone, and overstay. And so it is in your spiritual journey. Take time for rest, but keep the journey going. And then we move on to the idea of catching the current, which is the title for the message today. What is the current for us spiritually? The current for us spiritually is the flow of life. It's in you. Hold on, I forgot something. I have a very fine book in here that I wanted to read something from, and it's still in my briefcase. Sorry, I'm back. Book, anybody, I don't know if anybody's read this, In the Flow of Life by Eric Butterworth, a wonderful Unity writer, who says this: if you can just get into the flow of the universe within you, you will experience an immediacy of the presence of God and clarity of mind. Now, Eric Butterworth points back to some ancient wisdom, the wisdom of Lao Tzu, who says the same thing in different words. And he describes it this way. Lao Tzu was teaching the concept of flow 3,000 years ago. He declared that the human spirit has its source in a cosmic flow, even as rivers have their source in some far-off mountain. To find one's fountain, he said, is to learn the secret of heaven and earth. Life asks only of you that you flow with it, and that you do not crawl into dark corners of insufficiency and erect barriers. That's the truth of the universe. It flows. It flows in goodness. But we don't always find that flow. We don't always catch the flow. We're not always in the right place. Spiritually, we're not always in the right place to catch the current. We go on sailing or voyaging or journeying willy-nilly, whatever happens to show up that tickles our fancy. We seldom refer to a map or a chart. Maps or charts might be compared to sacred texts or inner guidance, affirmations, inspiration from the divine. We sometimes move on without those charts. Frosty yesterday in our Saturday Soul Boost, Frosty's quite a sailor, or has been in the past, talked about sailing and finding that all of a sudden the current took them under a bridge and they were stuck because they didn't have a map that gave the flow of the tides, the tide chart. No map. Don't get where you go. Get some unexpected surprises. And even if you have the chart, do you have a navigator? One that knows what they're doing. You do have a spiritual navigator. That spiritual navigator is within you. The divine within you provides every bit of guidance, every bit of navigation that you could want. So, use that chart. Is your GPS not working? Well, I don't know if you've ever tried to use a GPS and found that you ended up someplace far from where you were trying to go. It's fallible. However, again, our Saturday Soul Boost came up with a nice acronym: God Provided Security. GPS. God Provided Security. It's available. Available from within, available in the company of a community of people that are set on continuing that spiritual journey, each of them in support of another. Catch or be caught with, sometimes it's just being in the right place. Be caught by the flow of the universe, the very current of goodness. And are you afraid? Probably a little bit. But remember that that which resides in us all, that which is the very essence of all that is, love, casts out fear. Let me come back to that message in a nutshell. Where are you in the voyage of life? Are you riding with the powerful, unstoppable, beneficent flow of the universe? Or are you stuck stymied, stagnant, or perhaps somewhere in between. We can catch the motion, the current of a universal good, if we are willing to untie from what binds us, depart on and continue our spiritual journey, bon voyage, ever seeking the current of grace that beckons us to stay in the flow that is always available. Terry, there's a slide I have there. Let's put it up there so you can see on the screen. Next one. There we go. So there you have the three of them. Top right, that sailing boat's anchored at the dock, going nowhere. Top left, you got the journey going. And finally, you're resuming it because you got that anchor up. You weighed your anchor. Remember the spiritual part of this. And now you found the current in the bottom. And you sail in the direction of the destination that is the desire of your very heart. I challenge you. Catch the current. And so it is.
Reminds me when we used to have a little sailboat. We used to take it out to Lake Pleasant. And it was a boat that you were supposed to sail flat. Little sunfish. And my son, being about 7, 8 years old, would never sail it flat. He'd always tip that thing up on the rudder, on the edge of it, and sail on the edge. Yeah, well, I'm not sure he knew where he was going, but he wanted to go there fast. Oh, now's the time for gifts and offerings. Unity is always grateful for all the gifts, whether that is your time or talents that you have, or the financial gifts, because we then tithe out to various nonprofits here in town, to the larger community. So we're always grateful. If you're online, can we have the slides up for the giving? If you're online, the slides are up. In a minute, we'll have a song, and there's plenty of time to go to unityofpayson.org and go to donate buttons. And anybody here, if you wanted to set up an automatic monthly gift, you can go to the same place. And anyway, so yes. And so here in person, we have the basket that you can set your offering in at any time during service or after service. And we certainly appreciate it all. And let's say our blessing together. Freely we give, and freely we receive. And that is definitely being in the current. I know one time you gave the talk about the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee. And the only difference, one is dead and has no outflow, and the other one has inflow and outflow. And so in alignment with the idea of current, you have to allow life to flow through you. And it's what made me think about it when you were speaking today. Okay, and so now we have our special music, and it is It Only Takes a Spark.
It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around can warm spread his love to everyone. You want to pass it on. What a wondrous time is spring, when all the trees are budding. The birds begin to sing, the flowers start their blooming. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you want to sing. It's fresh like spring. You want to pass it on. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you want to say it's fresh like spring. You want to pass it on. I wish for you, my friend, this happiness that I found. You can depend on him. It matters not where you are bound. I'll shout it from the mountaintop. I want my world to know the Lord of love has come to me, and I want to pass it on, to pass it on.
Ah, yes. And now we move on to a few announcements. And next week, we continue on with the August theme, Receiving Your Good. And our speaker next Sunday, yes, will be Reverend Julianne Lewis. So I'm so glad that we have reconnected with them again. And that now that they aren't having their online service, that so many of them choose to join with us on our online service. So do you know if she'll be here in person or she'll be online? Okay. And her talk title will be, I Am Grateful to Receive. Again, that gratitude piece. Okay. And most of our activities are on hybrid, so that you can check them out on our Zoom channel. You can go to Unity of Payson and go to Zoom and hit the link. And these are all on a love offering basis. So first we have on August 12th from 4 to 5, we have the Renewed Pen, a really great writers group. And if you have any interest in that, see Neil afterwards and he can kind of explain what's going on there, because there's a prompt for the writing. And that's the second and fourth Tuesdays. And next we have a Sunset on the Rim and Drumming, hosted by Tom Quirk. And that'll be Friday, August 15th from 6:30 to 7:30. And those of you up there in Clay Springs, you could always come down for that. Just a little reminder there. Sunset is at 7:13, so that's why we say be there at 6:30 so we can drum a while and visit and maybe have a few little snacks. So next we have, of course, Morning Cafe every Saturday morning at 9:30, and that is on Zoom. And Saturday Soul Boost, as Neil was just referring to that, Saturday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, where the ideas for the talk the next day are discussed. And we want to talk about something that we need we need some more volunteers. As you see, when we have a few people out sick, we're a little down on volunteers. So particularly the setup crew this morning, Neil was here by himself originally at first. Somebody maybe to handle the kitchen and kind of keep inventory of what's there, and another person on platform, as Sue has chosen to step back from that, Sue Lullo. So if you have any interest in any of those positions, please talk to either myself or Neil afterwards. And let's see if I have anything else. Nope, Neil, your PS.
So I'm told that there's been a person or two that said, oh, it's all the way up there on the rim, that sunset on the rim, and it's going to be dark when I'm driving home. Well, I tell you, I was there last month, and it wasn't fully dark when I was back in Payson. And it's a great time. It's a great time to just pursue our journey in a different sort of way, a soul sort of reaching way. So please do that. One other thing I just want to share before we close. After the service, there's goodies over there. Please go, socialize, talk to people, find somebody you don't know and talk to them. And then 10 minutes after that, we're going to come back here for Soul Connection. We'll move the chairs around a little bit, and we'll sit, and we'll have an opportunity to respond to the message. You can put me on make me really, I don't know.
Hot seat.
Hot seat, that's what, good. You can put me on the hot seat. But we found that that's really helpful for us to be able to interact a little bit about the topic of the day. So we'll come back here, we'll turn the camera around so people online can see us and they can participate as well. So if you're here online, go get a cup of coffee and come back in 10 minutes and we'll be ready to sit and just discuss a little bit. So we're ready to close. It's time for our prayer for protection. And we're going to stand, everybody, if you're here. And then when the closing song starts, well, you can start drifting away. You can sing along or drift away to the donut holes over there. So together, we're going to say the prayer for protection. Here we go. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our closing song, Here to Be, Kit, and thank you all for being here. If you're here for the first time, and you didn't get it, there's a welcome gift over there. Charlotte, will you make sure everybody who's, well, I didn't mean to scare you, but everybody who's here for the first or second time has received a welcome gift. We've got some over there for you. So blessings. Go ahead with the music and we're on to our social time.
When we open our hearts and cast our love across the seas, we will share our light with the rising sun, and we'll know who we've come here to be. Oh, when we open our recognize the possibilities. We will share our minds, and when day is done, we will know we've come here to be. A light for justice, a light for hope, and peace like the world has never known. And love, oh love, is who we've come here to be. A light for freedom, a light for joy, and healing like the world has never known. And love, oh love, is who we've come here to be. Oh love, is who we've come here to be.